3 of learning Beeswing by Richard Thompson. We are in drop D. We've got capo on our 3rd fret, and we're going to be looking at the final section of this song, which is the chorus. So some beautiful chords here. I'll just run you through the chords. We've got B minor 13 or B minor 6. It's a kind of a B minor shape, I guess, like a B minor 7 shape. You might have done B minor, which is an A minor shape with a bar on the 2nd fret. Take the little pinky off. That's a B minor 7. And then if you want to get that turned to a minor 6 or a 13, you have to have the open G string. So the first finger's just playing that 2nd fret. So B minor 13. Then we're going to go down to a D. So that's just what we did in the verse. Back to the B minor 6 or 13, down to the A7. It's kind of implying an A7. It's an A, an E, and a G. So there's no C sharp in it. So it could be an A minor 7, but for this sort of tonality, I'm thinking it's an A7. Then up to the G, back to the A7, and then back to G, with a little additional C sharp hammering onto that D, which is that tritone. G to C sharp is tritone. It's quite a dissonant sort of sound. But that resolution to D is really nice. And then repeat. So it goes back to B minor 13 to D. B minor 13, A7, G, A7, G. And then now we're going down the scale, so we're going to go to F sharp with a D chord, or D slash F sharp. Then we're going to run through like something very folky. This is where you play basically 2 strings, a D and a G string, but you change the bass note. So we're going to play an E in the bass with a D and a G, which implies an E minor 7, an F sharp with a D and a G, which implies a D major add 4, and then a G major, so it's got G in the bass, and then an A5, that's just an A and an E, and then back to G major, and then back to D major. So one thing we can try to do for all of this is try to just play the chords. So the first thing I would do is just slow it right down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then just strum out on each beat of the bar the chords. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B minor 13, 4, 5, 6. B minor 13, 4, 5, 6. D. And then D again. B minor 13, A7, G major, A7, then G major, and then G major. So B minor 13, this is the repetition, 4, 5, 6, B minor 7, and then a D. And then a B minor 13, A7, G major, A7, G major, and then D with an F sharp in the bass, and then an E minor 7, D, G, A, G, G. And then that way you're really getting used to the chord changes. So just learn the chord shapes first, run through the song in that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And then you'll get a really nice idea of where the sort of the map, the way the land is of the song. Once you've got that, then we can start looking at the actual picking pattern. That's the right hand stuff. So we're holding down that B minor 13, and we're going to look at the first 2 bars. It sounds like this. 3, 4. So it's basically a B minor 13, and you're going P, I, M, A, M, I. So you're going P, I, M, A, M, I. So essentially going through each note of the chord, and then back down again. And then we're going to do P, I, M, and then we're going to hammer on to that 4th fret on the A string with the 3rd finger, and then open D. So we're going to get P, I, M, hammer on. So B minor 13. And then we're going to go go to a D. And that is the same picking pattern as we did in the verse. So that's P, P, I, P and M together, I, P. That should come up here. So P, P, I, P, M, I, P. That happens in 2 bars. So those 4 bars sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So B minor 13. With that P, I, M. And then hammer on. And then to open D with that pattern that we did before. And 2 bars of that. Yeah? So those are those 4 bars. We can do it a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B minor 13. Get the idea? Then we go back to B minor 13. A7. And in the right handle, we're doing is P, I, M, P, I, M. So P, I, M, P, I, M. So I'm using my first finger, 2nd fret, D string, D A7. Then we're going down to the G, and we're striking through 2 strings on that D and A string, and then I M, so P I M, but 2 strings with the P, P I M, to the A7 again. So those 2 bars sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B minor 13, A7, G major, back to A7. Then we're going back to that G major, and then doing this lovely little hammer on. Using your 2nd finger, you're going to put that on the 4th fret of the A string, and we're going to hammer on with the little pinky to the 5th fret of the A string. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 5th, that's when you're going to hammer on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it hammers on to land on the 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and then we're just going to do the same picking pattern as we did in the verses. Put P, P, I, P, M, I, P. No hammer on. Yeah? So those 4 bars sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B minor 13, A7, G major, A7, G major, hammer on, and then just G major. Go through all of that again from the very top, and then you go to that D, you go to that B minor 13, the A7, the G major, the A7, and then the G major with the hammer on, and this time we're going to go to a D with an F sharp in the bass. P, I, M, A, M, I, like we did before. It's P, I, M, A, M, I. It's basically all the way up and all the way down. Then we're going to run through a bunch of chords. So it's the E minor 7, using P, I, M, and then the D with an add 4 in it, P, I, M. Then we go little pinky 5th fret, P, I, M, and then P, I, M on that A5. The A string, and then back to the G, and that same pattern as we did in the verse, and then a D with the same pattern as we did in the verse. So you're just basically moving that bass after you've done that D with the F sharp in the bass. So from those 4 bars: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So D with an F sharp in the bass, and then the E minor, D, G, A, G, and then D. I'll do that again because I made a mistake. So we go D with an F sharp, E minor, D with add G, and then D. So let's just run through all of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B minor 13. P, I, M, hammering on. D major. And that's the same pattern as the verse, so you should know that. B minor 13. A7, down to G. A7, then to G, then a hammer on, and then just normal G. Repeat that, B minor 13, then the hammer in to D, B minor 13, A, G, A7, G, hammering on, down to D with an F sharp in the bass, P-I-M-A, and then P-I-Ms all the way up to the A, and then back down to the G, and then to D. And that's it. And in between the chorus and the verses, he goes back to that little intro thing that I did in part 1. So yeah, that's all we've got. So let's play a bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B minor 13, A, G, A, G. B minor 13, D. B minor, A, G, A, G, D. Then D, F sharp, G, A, G, D. And just get the metronome out, play along with the metronome, and get faster and faster and faster until it's... And then you get the idea. Just speed is just about accuracy and practice. So you just practice accurately, slowly at first, build up the tempo, and you'll get there, believe me. So just keep working at it. Good luck with that. Tab down there or up there or wherever it's gone. Cheers for watching. Cheers, guys.